you should be watching.
Hey yo, what's good people? For the first time in a little while, we're gonna have like a little discussion / speculation video now. What inspired this video? So after the advent of that, that new full power Super Saiyan Goku, aka, what is it called? Super Saiyan Son Goku, parentheses, the games begin, referring to the Cell game. Of course, after seeing that this figure was revealed, it's like, alright, what's gonna be the next Z release? Or what are some other Z releases that's gonna be coming in the future? Now, of course, now we're officially in the Cell era of things, so we can assume that there's gonna be characters like Cell, the androids, and things of that nature. But for this particular video, I just want to focus on Cell and all the different variants that they can make for Cell. Now, typically in the past, like for a character like Frieza, everything was just kind of like a one and done. Alright, first form Frieza, alright. Second form Frieza, done. Third form. Now, fourth form, see, now I played myself, because fourth form got mad re-releases with slightly different paint schemes, right? But besides that, that's not, like, for Cell, there's so many different options because, well, let's just start off. We have our standard Perfect Cell, which I think is going to be released first, right? Now, the standard Perfect Cell, I think, is going to take after the anime colors. So, I think that first initial release for Perfect Cell is going to have the anime colors. Now, after I thought about that, I was like, oh, a lot of the villains tend to be one and done. What other cells could they possibly do? And then I started thinking, I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be this is gonna be interesting, because pretty much everything else after that initial Perfect Cell is gonna be a repaint, and it's all gonna be, of course, Green Cell and what have you. But the first one I had in mind for an event exclusive, and SDCC particularly is known for this, I think the first one could be the manga colors version for Perfect Cell, right? And that would be a SDCC exclusive, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. But the reason why I said that is because, Raditz actually got he got the manga color version as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And what else? It was something else that had the manga colors. I'm blanking right now. What else? Now, this is gonna be bugging me. So I was really sitting there racking my brain, like, there was another figure that had the manga colors, and it was mad other figures. Well, more specifically, more relevant to this, the original Cell release from Tamashii, they did a manga color version, so that's just, that's set in stone. That's pretty much a guarantee at some point. Now, I wonder what the price point is gonna be. I could see it probably being the similar to the first release, whenever the first release actually comes out. But I'm sure the secondary market is going to be very unforgiving with those manga colors, because, event exclusives go way up in price. But either way, let's scurry on to the next one. Now, the next one, I didn't even consider till my good man Cyrus mentioned it as a possibility. So this would, once again, I could see being yet another event exclusive, and this would be more anime related. So, in the beginning of Cell games, Goku and Cell power up. Goku powers up and he has the glow, and then Cell powers up and he has the glow, but he has like the purple flashing. I don't even know, where was that purple coming from? First of all, where was that purple coming from? Who knows? But either way, right? I was like, oh, that could be a pearlescent repaint right there with the purple, or whatever painting style that they decide to represent that purple flashing with. Now, this one, I feel like it was just one scene, though, right? Just one scene, so you would think, like, Tamashii not gonna do that. But at the end of the day, we gotta look at the context, and you're gonna hear me say this throughout other videos if you guys like this video, right? Context is that, look, they made an entire figure for specifically Goku from the intro, from the title screen, when he's standing with the squad, So the fact that was just so specific. Now, of course, that's the squad standing together, the Z squad standing together is definitely iconic, but that's very specific. Everybody was like, yo, like, it had a nice hair sculpt, it had nice face plates, but that was just extremely specific. And the advent of making figures off of specific art styles, it's really started with the Toyotaro thing, Toyotaro Ultra Instinct Goku. So it might not be too far-fetched for that specific scene where the purple is flashing to be like some type of pearlescent paint job for Cell as some type of event exclusive or what have you. Now, last but certainly not least,
I'm back and in the best shape of my life.
we have the Super Perfect Cell, and this was probably like the first event exclusive I thought would come to mind, because I could already see the promo pic of him pointing to his head, and then it's gonna come with that Super Saiyan, that aura effect that debuted with the Super Saiyan 2 Goku that Tamashii released. It's gonna come with that, or something similar to that. Maybe they'll upgrade it again, who knows, right? And then they'll have, once again, that pearlescent paint job, and that's gonna sell because everybody wants their Super Perfect Cell. Everybody wants to replicate that scene where he's pointing to his head. You know, it's all in here. It's part of my design. Every cell has a life of its own. I can't die. It is impossible. You know the whole speech explaining how he survived his own explosion or what have you. But yeah, this is like a little quick kind of discussion video. I haven't done a discussion video this quick in a while. Maybe not since like I was under 1,000 subscribers. But either way, that should be it on that. And until next time, this has been BombasticPlastic. Thank you for staying for this, this little mini discussion video. Now also, I almost closed this video out without telling y'all this. Stay. If y'all want me to do this similar style of video of all like other characters from the Cell Saga, that all the different variants of characters that's gonna be released for, like, for example, Goku, all the different Gokus that I think are gonna be released for the Cell Saga, all the different variants for Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan. I definitely have lists for all of those. That's if you're interested in this, and also this being transparent how well this video does. But we'll see. With all that being said, this has been BombasticPlastic. Stay fantastic. So as I was just about to start editing and putting the visuals in for this particular video, I realized I thought of like a fifth cell, and that fifth cell is when after he got hit with the Kamehameha, then he regenerates and he becomes mad big. What are the odds of them releasing that as a figure? Now that particular thing, I don't know at all, but at the end of the day, they can get very specific releases. Now there's context, right? The very specific releases have been Goku figures, and we know that Goku is going to sell regardless. Do people need a mammoth Titan size cell on a shelf? I'm sure the completionists will love it, but a casual, well, not so much. But also, at the end of the day, they could just make it a premium Bandai exclusive. Matter of fact, most of these variants of Cell will probably be some event exclusive that ends up on premium Bandai. So, there's that. But that's more a question I'm posing to you guys. Would you guys even like to see that gigantic version of Cell right before Gohan, kicks him in the stomach? And just now, I just thought of another Cell. So, this is less of another Cell, and me asking you guys how you think they'll go about it if they decide to do this. What are the odds that they do like a battle damage thing? So, for example, the initial Cell figure is modular, meaning they have engineered it in a way that you'll be able to replace the forearms and legs or something. What are the odds that if they did like something like a battle damage Cell, all those pieces would be DLC with other releases, or Build-A-Figure parts with other releases? So like a battle damage Cell leg comes with, I don't know, some type of version of TN, like TN as he showed up at the Cell games, for moral support, How would y'all like that? Well, I'm sure y'all guys wouldn't like that at all. But either way, y'all get the point that I'm trying to make. And lastly, before I leave off, I know I mentioned I have other videos that could, work out just like this one, like all the different variants of Goku that's I think is gonna be released during the Cell Saga. And I have that same list for Trunks, Gohan, and Vegeta. I mentioned that earlier, but I didn't ask y'all is which one would you guys like first? If you guys are interested in it, which ones would you like first? But either way, peace for good this time.